Hello and welcome. Well, I hit 50,000 subscribers recently, so we're doing a full garage tour and a donuts example at the same time because there's like over 400 cars to look through. And I thought, you know what? I also want to celebrate with some donuts. So on the top left there, that's the McLaren MP4X at Mount Panorama. And then you get to see all these cars going by, so you can choose what you want to look at. People have asked for another garage tour. I did one years ago, and so I thought, sure, I'll do another garage tour for you guys. And at the same time, though, people were saying, what about Victory Donuts? Well, let's put the two of them together. So this car, the McLaren MP4X, really easy, as you can see, to get donuts going on that thing. And we're not just going to be looking at that car. We're going to be doing quite a few different cars. You can see in the examples below here, I mean, that's going by 4 times regular speed. And still, this video is getting a little bit longer. But you can see some of the customizations I like to do, like flames. There's my mean and green car. That is we went from the fastest car to one of the slowest cars in the whole game. It's funny to do donuts in that car because it takes up the entire track. That's Suzuka. And boy, I mean, it's having a hard time staying on the track. I'm having to alter my steering once in a while. This is just a monstrous sounding car, the 412 T2. That's just monstrous. I'm going around the camera here. We're not just going to be doing regular donuts. I'm going to show you some little tricks here in a bit too. Look how the track is getting black. If you're doing donuts on a really flat track, then it gets really dark like this. So, I mean, that's a monstrous car to do donuts in. Let's go to something else. NASCAR. You've got to throw in NASCAR if you're going to be doing a video with donuts going on. I mean, that's just like, that's a staple of racing at NASCAR, is having donuts. So, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, awesome track. And look at that. You can tell it's a perfectly flat section. Look how much rubber is building up. That's crazy. And we're going to keep that going for a bit as traffic starts to go by. Hey, you just had an Irish livery go by. I do have some Irish liveries. And here, we got to do a tribute to the origin of this game, which is Fire Monkeys in Melbourne. And I'm in a supercar. Look at the turning radius on this thing. Look how tight those donuts are. Like, Melbourne's a tight track, and I'm not even using the whole track. So that is quite shocking. Oh, traffic coming. Donuts around traffic? Not anymore. Ferrari F40. You know what? I've got a video coming up about this car doing the 4-lap Le Mans race in under 13 minutes. It's one of the best farming races in the whole game, and quite the car. A little bit of a slippery car, but really good car for earning currency. And one of my favorite flame designs went by. Flame Designs. It's got kind of this faded flame look. Rockstar Energy kind of a look. Oh, that one's cool too. I got lots of cool cars. You'll see some of them. Some of my custom old Le Mans cars and some of the flames. And now this track is really starting to rubber up. We're at Silverstone here. I found a nice flat section. Look at that little picture. Look how dark that got. Ferrari FXXK, donuts in traffic. Let's see if anyone hits me. This isn't the greatest track. Nürburgring isn't the greatest track. This is a little bit of a harder car to do donuts in. It wants to kind of skate around. And look at this. Everyone missed me. That's surprising. Back at Melbourne, but this time in a Nissan, more basic car. We've got a custom license plate on that. This one I really stretched the flames out using some different techniques to get that stretched vinyl look. Kind of a cool thing you can do. There's all sorts of neat things you can do with vinyl designs. I've had lots of videos about that in the past. And let's move on to another car. Okay, now I'm going to start shifting the donuts. You might notice I'm always going to the right. Okay, well, let's spin this around. We're at Laguna Seca. I'm going to spin this around. Oh, some of my ME7 cars are going by. I was experimenting with that logo. You know, there's a few interesting designs. So there you go. I changed directions. A little bit of a lift off the throttle when you're changing directions. You might notice that. There we go. Another lift off the throttle. And going around the cameraman. Wouldn't that be nerve-wracking if a car was doing that to you? Feels like you're getting surrounded by a shark or something like that. And we're going to shift to another car here. Mazda 787. This one too, it's kind of, gotta watch it here. We're at a spa. So what I'm doing here is I'm straightening out my steering a little bit and then angling it again. That's how you move around the track when you're doing donuts. You can see me doing that a little bit. And so that's how you can manipulate it, so you're going around the camera or away from the camera. So I'm still keeping the donut going the whole time. Some cars are definitely easier than others to do donuts in. So this car, not very hard to do donuts in. This is an interesting vinyl design too. It kind of looks like an equalizer, like there's a beat going on. Kind of a cool one, I like it. Oh, traffic. Let's see how long this takes if I get... Oh, I think I'm going to get hit here pretty quick. Yikes. And then I'm getting schmucked. All right. This is probably the oldest car in the game as far as actual cars. And man, it does donuts no trouble. You can change directions so easily. We're, of course, at Le Mans. And you got to be there in a car like this. Interesting car. Massive steering wheel in that thing. Wooden steering wheel. Background there, of course, we're getting one out the background. Maybe that's the foreground. I don't know. Lots of Formula One cars. Ooh, my VW IDR. I love that car. And yeah, all sorts of interesting stuff here. Now, we're going to switch cars again shortly here as far as the ones doing donuts. Again, 4 times regular speed in the background. Look at this. That is the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. Look at the back. It's totally opened up. I had to really smash it up to pull that off. Really hard car to do donuts in. I got to do a lot of feathering. And oh, traffic. Well, okay, move on to the next car. I had to give you guys one of my shark cars. I believe that's Vincent. So that's either blood across the hood, or let's just say it's paint. That's less disturbing if I say it's paint. Interesting to do donuts at a Formula E track, going around and around and around here. It's funny that I am obviously staying in place, but the camera angle is changing. I found that curious. Anyway, I just want to say that there's no way I could do this without you guys. Thank you so much for all the support. Reaching 50,000 subscribers. I never thought that would happen. Vincent just got smashed. Let's zoom in for a final shot here. And thank you for getting me to 50,000 subscribers. Here's some other things you might find interesting. Bye-bye now.